Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is INX Prime Live. Remember, we are on your screens every single Monday to Friday between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Now, today we have the pleasure of speaking with Limpho Letlala, the dynamic founder and managing director of Nyota Holdings Group. Now, Limpho is not only an established entrepreneur, but also a passionate advocate for unity, diversity, as well as community empowerment. Now, one of the most anticipated events in the calendar is the upcoming Find Your Orange Brunch and Connect event. Now, we're all very excited for it. We know it's scheduled for August the 24th of 2024. Now, this event is themed on kindness as well as courage. Now, it promises to be a day of inspiration, networking, as well as purposeful engagement. It's important that it brings people together, and it will exactly do that. Like-minded individuals who are committed to driving positive change in their communities. We are actually joined by Limpho right now. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for joining us here at INX Prime Live.
Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. Thank you for having me.
It's such a pleasure having you. I want to get into this conversation as well. I know that it's a very important thing. It's Women's Month. You're doing something really incredible by creating a networking opportunity for women to be inspired and motivated. But I want to understand the inspiration behind the name and the title of it. Calling it Find Your Orange. I just want to understand, where does it actually come from?
I wanted it to be different. Also, it's not just a women's event. We're advocating for coexistence as well. So it is an open event for both males and female. So Find Your Orange. I launched it last year and themed it in August, but I looked at a color that symbolizes August, and it was sun orange. Wow. Right. Then there was a trend going around on TikTok. TikTok is like the school for us now. So it was orange. So orange is somebody that you've met that changed your life. And when I reflected on it, I'd just come out of a bad patch for a couple of years, and I'd met amazing people who were oranges in my life. So I just started it to celebrate those people. And this year I was like, you know what, I want to take this out there and theme it around kindness, because the people that I met brought kindness more than anything, and that's all that I needed. So I needed to project kindness to receive kindness. So I started it as a movement now this year. So it's Find Your Orange. Hopefully people will get to meet and find their orange.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will definitely find a few oranges without a doubt when they attend this networking event. But I'm glad that it's for males and females. I think that's a great thing. Let's talk about the theme though. I know you mentioned kindness, but it's not just kindness for this specific event. It's also the concept of courage as well, right? And courage plays such an important role, not only in business, but also in a personal capacity as well. Why did you decide to actually go with the theme of kindness and courage? And what message do you want to convey to your attendees?
I think mostly this resonates with my journey, about kindness. It's something that helped me. Sometimes when you're in a dark place, only somebody that can just give you a hand and lift you up would be able to bring light into you. So I wanted to be that and live that and resemble it to people across. So the kindness is spreading it amongst the communities. It's not just the event. We do kindness initiatives every month in different places and collaborate with different organizations and people. Whatever month signifies something. So the courage comes into, you constantly have a low moment. So you got to find courage in faith, in your spirituality, find courage within the community that you're living in. So a lot of things then intertwine, but the topics that are covered are also part of the kindness. It is the coexistence. That's where the males come in, because I figured I raise boys. So everything is always about women empowerment and men are excluded. So how about mine becomes different and we coexist in building a better community and raising awareness and kindness. So it's really been amazing to have men be involved and show initiative, because it's not like you guys don't exist.
Yeah, I think we play quite an important role, but so do the women, and it's important. This month is to celebrate women, and we definitely will do so. We are getting a lot of comments and questions coming in from social media, and we have a question actually from Jessica. She says that she thinks it's an incredible concept that you're hosting this event, and she'll definitely pass it on. She's unable to attend because she's in Bloemfontein, but she's definitely going to pass it on to as many people as possible. She just wanted to know, what can people actually expect, the people that she is going to be able to share the message with, what can they expect to experience when they actually attend this event, and what will the actual experience be like?
I think it's being in a space where you meet people from different walks of life. Like I've had the experience of growing up in a Christian family, then being in a Muslim marriage and all that. And a lot of times I was disconnect, you know. So I've always been advocating for unity in diversity. So the event is not just a Muslim event or a Christian event. It's to get people to experience and coexist together and understand that we all can live together in harmony and be part of whatever change that comes into communities.
I love that, and I think that plays such an important role. I just want to touch on, you know, a lot of people want to know about the experience of the event, but they also want to know, you know, what type of quality is the event going to have. So in terms of speakers, in terms of topics, I think that plays such an important role. Maybe perhaps you can share with us some of the potential speakers that are going to be on the day, as well as some of the topics that are going to be covered as well.
You've got to be there to experience. But, you know, for the selection of speakers, I've always been a person of telling ordinary stories. You know, superheroes don't come in capes or anything. Superheroes are the stories of women that live every day. So we have like Pumelele Sakina Dolamo and Miriam Kwanda from Salam Media. We've got Bruce Moyo. He's a coach. Like, it's all centered about people that share their experiences. And it's important to hear stories directly from people. You know, it motivates when you even go into communities. Like we had a cookout in July. You know, when you get there and people see that, you know, there's real people that actually can relate, because I will have come from a different background, but I will have survived certain things. So when I share my story with somebody that is currently going through that, it gives a different impact, like, oh, I can still make it, you know, I can still survive it. But also part of it is because I'm a business person, I always incorporate stalls and markets for women to exhibit their businesses. So that will always be there as well.
I love the business aspect of it
yes,
as well.
it has to be there. We have to pay the bills.
No, that's true. That's very true. I just want to touch on that. You know, even looking at something, for example, if we have different niche markets and people like, let's say we're talking about an ecosystem in business. Not everyone understands it, right? It's only for a certain market. But one thing that everyone understands is kindness. Kindness is something that resonates with every single person. You look on TikTok and you see these Be Kind videos. They're doing these moments of kindness and, you know, acts of kindness, and it really does resonate with a lot of people. I want to just understand, how does this event actually, you know, link or connect with the bigger role of what your societal programs actually entail, and, you know, where do you see it going in the future?
You know, because a lot of times there is, I would say there's funders fatigue.
Yes.
So it's very hard to get funding, also because I'm not a registered NPO, and I don't want to be a registered NPO because I just run social programs under my business. So this event raises funds that go into our initiatives that we do monthly. So what happens is we collaborate with other people, and by that we partner with them. That then connects as a networking group. So this year it has just been so overwhelming. You know, last year I had like 18 people. Now I was like 30. Now I have to adjust and then go to 40. And even when I went to the venue, you know, alhamdulillah, the venue that I got is like the best. You know, that's what I'm saying. To experience it, you've got to go there. And I also had a different view of how I want to show kindness, because everybody that's participating with me, we call each other kindness ambassadors. Wow. So everybody should be doing something that is towards representing kindness. We also have merchandise, which are sweaters and T-shirts currently, that are to raise funds to go into the monthly initiatives. So it's not like we're all dependent on getting donations. We are creating platforms where people can be part of that, and then part of the proceeds go into our monthly initiatives.
I love that, and we are getting more comments and questions coming in. Imran just says, you know, you're an incredible woman, and you know, he wishes he could actually be a mentee to you as well. But away from that, I just want to touch on, you know, some of the other aspects of this. Now we know that, you know, we talk about many different concepts, and people are visionaries. You're a visionary without a doubt. You know, like you said, you started off with a small amount, and it's growing and growing. Where do you see this going in the next 5 or 10 years? Would you like to expand it to such a level where it's in a massive location? You know, what would you like to create or do with this brand and this initiative?
I'd like to spread it out. Like, alhamdulillah, this year we're having 2 events.
Yeah.
which is like a wow for me because everything just seemingly flows. We're having the next one in Durban on the 30th of November. So I'd like to branch it out in different provinces, hopefully also back home in Lesotho, to try and get different, there's a lot of kindness ambassadors, there's a lot of destiny people, you know, that you meet that also share the same vision but don't have the right network. But collaboration just makes everything easy because you get to meet partners that share the same vision with you and we tell the same story. So hopefully, alhamdulillah, I'm hoping that in the next 5 years I will have gone all around the 9 provinces and we can reach out to the African continent as well.
I love that. You know, they always say that the people at the bottom compete, but the people on top, they collaborate. Right? And that's such an important concept. So I want to touch on some of the other comments that are coming in as well as questions. We do have Oscar who wants to get involved in terms of supporting your social programs as well, and also, you know, supporting the work that you do. How can him and many other people, you know, participate as well?
We are available on Instagram and Facebook. So our Instagram is Nyota _social programs. And on Facebook, we are Find Your Orange.
Oh, that's brilliant. And just in closing, before we let you go, just what advice do you have for young people in South Africa? I know that you definitely work with a lot of them. What's a quick, brief, motivational moment for young people out there?
I think we will advocate for kindness all the time. So it is just be kind. You know, kindness for me is love without expectation. Just do a good deed and it always comes back.
I love that. Limpho, thank you so much for joining us this evening on INX Prime.
Exactly.
So guys, that is Limpho as well, who is definitely the founder of her holdings group, and she emphasizes the fact that it's so important to always be kind, and I guess you can add on to that, be grateful as well, right?